We just have a quick question here from a new subscriber asking how they can overcome the fear of taking a trade when they've had a couple of losing trades in a row. So, this question actually deals with a very common thing called recency bias in trading. This is not only something that troubles traders, though, it can be something that changes our perspectives on many professions, as well as affect many areas in our lives personally as well. So, what recency bias is actually quite simply it's when we fixate on things that has happened recently as opposed to the bigger picture. So imagine a scenario right now. You've had a couple of disappointing trades, let's say 5 in a row. Even though 5 trades isn't a lot in the bigger picture, the fact that the last 5 has been losers can give you a recency bias that expects that the next one will also be a loser as well. And vice versa is also true. Imagine you've been on a winning streak. You've had 7 winning trades in a row. What this can do is basically give you a recency bias that everything is going to be fantastic and there's just winners all around. And then you can basically take any trade you want with lots of confidence, with the expectation that it will also be a winner. Now, the problem with recency bias, of course, is that it can keep you, it will get you into many bad trades, but it will also keep you out of lots of great trades as well. So if you've had a couple of losing trades, as in your question, and suddenly you are faced with a really great trading opportunity. You might have done all your analysis and you know that it's a good opportunity, but suddenly the doubt starts to creep in and you begin second guessing yourself on whether you should enter or maybe, is it going to be a losing trade as well? That recency bias is telling you that it'll probably be another losing trade as well. And also imagine the other end of the coin as well. Let's say you've had 10 winning trades in a row, and you're just feeling like you will never have another losing trade ever again. In this scenario, you might jump into a trade because it feels right or feels good without doing your regular analysis and without doing proper risk management, and because your recency bias is giving you that false sense of security. So in both cases, recency bias can really affect you negatively. Now, there are plenty of psychological tips and tricks that you can do to try and get yourself out of that mindset. But to be honest, the very best way to beat that is just with experience and with practice, right? So every professional sports player out there will every now and again have a bad match or a bad day. But that won't affect the next match they play, because they've played so many hundreds and thousands of matches and tournaments, that one particular one, or even that 2 or 3 in a row bad ones, won't really affect their overall mindset because they've done it so many times. And when you feel that recency bias is getting a hold of you, one thing that really helps is repeatability of your process. So remember that it's all about your process, sticking to your process, and remember to thinking in terms of that bigger picture. And the more you do it, the more practice you have, the more experience you have, eventually those types of that type of recency bias thinking will eventually start to go away. So whether you're feeling like, Captain Doom with lots of losing trades, or, feeling like Iron Man due to all the winning trades, if you notice those feelings creeping in, the best thing that you can do is just step away from your screens, go outside, maybe, take a walk, grab a coffee and just reflect on what is happening, realize what is happening. And then when your head is all cleared up, just get back into the game and get back grinding. So I hope that helps. If there's any other questions regarding the psychological aspects like this, don't hesitate to let us know.